Yo, what's up guys? Monarch here. I just wanted to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going right into this topic. I know I've been talking a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! I should actually, play some fighting games. I'll probably do that. It's the summer, so I should have more free time. But yeah, I want to go right into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's actually pretty important. It's about prophecy, of course. I wouldn't be really talking about anything else on this channel, to be honest with you, sadly. But I may be talking about Gishkis, and the reason for that is because A, I'm playing them right now, and B, the reason I'm playing them and want to really do more with them is because prophecies may get hit. Prophecies may get hit because they topped in Europe. I think in Europe was the World Championship qualifiers, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it is or it was a major tournament, and Prophecies won that, and World Championship is right around the corner. When that hits and Prophecy seem to top that, then they may get hit. And one comment from somebody on my Spellbook Duels number 2, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro video I made, really got me thinking about this. And he said, with September closing in and the fact that prophecies have topped in Europe recently, it got me to thinking there is a lot of discussion that the signature card of that deck might be outright banned. I can see it getting limited, but honestly, I think the hate for Judgment Day, Spellbook Judgment, is coming from the anti-meta side of the game. To respond to that, I don't know what you mean. Do you mean like anti-meta as in people playing different decks in general, or do you mean anti-meta as in things that counter the meta, which is stuff like Fossil Dyna, Vanity's Emptiness, Deck Lockdown, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Shockmaster? I mean, Shockmaster is an anti-meta, but it's part of it would be part of the anti-meta for Prophecy. Necro Valley Malefic decks. I think I said Fossil Dyna already. Droll and Lockbird. Stuff like that. If it's stuff like that you're talking about, I don't think anti-meta hates Judgment Day. I really think they don't even care about it because they just stop all plays from happening regardless. The only issue is that if they don't draw the cards they need, which is pretty much how Yu-Gi-Oh! And every trading card game works. If you don't draw the cards you need, you're not gonna do much. But I think from the anti-meta side of that spectrum, if you were talking about people playing cards that counter the meta, which is currently Dragon Rulers and Prophecy, I want to say Evil Swarm, but I don't know. I'm not that too far in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But still, if those three decks, they're meta. They are quote-unquote meta because they do exceptionally well in every tournament. If anti-meta is supposed to relieve that or alleviate that by fucking doing what they do, then I don't think they care. They don't care about Judgment Day because, oh, you're plussing cards to your hand. Alright, Deck Lockdown's on the field though, you can't do that. Oh, Thunder King Ryle's on the field, you can't do that. Oh, Joel Lockwood says hi. Oh, Manchuria Beast, you can't play spell cards, I don't care if you plus. Oh, Anti-Spell Fragrance, I don't care if you plus, you can't play spell cards. Oh, Dark Samori, you can't play spell cards. Oh, Fossil Dyna, you can't special summon Priestess. Oh, Vanity's Emptiness, you can't special summon Priestess. Oh, EEV, goodbye to all your spell cards. Scoop, please. I could keep going with this. The whole idea is that with anti-meta, I don't think they care much for Judgment Day. But to continue with your comment, Dragon Rulers aren't worried about Judgment Day, and Evil Swarms are with first turn Ophion. And Evil Swarms with first turn Ophion and Protection don't care about Judgment Day either. Why all this hate on us in High Priestess? To answer your second part, Dragon Rulers and Evil Swarm. I think Evil Swarm is really worried about Judgment Day. Same with Dragon Rulers. That's the one thing that actually makes the matchup against both Rulers and Evil Swarm 50-50. Not really Evil Swarm though, because if they get first turn Ophion, they don't. You're right in that perspective. They don't care. With first turn Ophion though, it's easy to get rid of. You You literally, all you have to do is, if you can get it off, is not Valor Fate, use something like Dark Hole or whatever, and then you chain Fate and you banish it, because they're gonna have Pandemic face down. Or you can summon Justice and power over Ophion and not give 2 fucks because you powered over Ophion with a 26 speeder. Because the thing is with Ophion, he's a 2550. He has weird attack. That's why he's able to get over Priestess because he's 50 attack points higher than her by generic cause. It's just weird. Oh, with Evil Swarm, I don't think they care much with first turn Ophion and Infestation Pandemic, because at that point, I don't care if you Fate. I don't care if you can't even special summon anything level 5 or higher. And that's gonna go into my next topic with Priestess and all. Kaiku beat. Yeah, I'm calling you niggas out. I'm letting you know this right now. Your deck is not the best deck, nor is it, a bad deck. I'll let you know this right now. Kaiku beat is meant to challenge the meta. It's a less expensive way of playing Prophecy. You cut the High Priestess, you play 3 Kaiku, and literally it's about getting Kaiku out with 3 Star Halls, powering his ass up, and stopping the Dragon Ruler player from banishing from the graveyard, stopping the Prophecy player from banishing from the graveyard, which means they cannot use Fate, they cannot use High Priestess from the grave to use her effect from the graveyard. They can't banish cards using life either. Literally, they're stuck. Once you have Jogan Kaiku out, that's it. That's the whole reason why Kaiku beat is great, because it's great against the mirror match and it's great against Dragon Rulers, and it doesn't give 2 fucks about Evil Swarm, because the highest level monster in their deck is level 4. They don't go past level 4, which is why they're good. But High Priestess is good as well, only because it gets over problem cards. If, say for instance, a player has Curse of Darkness, or Anti-Spell Fragrance, or Naturia Beast, or Thunder King Ryo, or Shock, you get what I'm saying. Plus, the fact that High Priestess rewards you for having 3 Spellbook cards in hand to Ignition Summon her, yeah, she's not an inherent summon either. Because it rewards you to ignition summon her off of 3 Spellbooks, it makes her a viable card. And she pops problem cards like the cards that I listed, because it pretty much helps. And that's the one reason why Lad is out of Dragon Rulers. Dragon Rulers don't really play Lad that much, only because High Priestess is a card. High Priestess says banish 3. Not banish 3. Reveal 3. I summon her. What are you gonna do, Lad? I'm not paying a cost. Oh, you negate, you don't destroy. I'm just gonna reveal over and over and over again until you just lose the ability to negate. Because it only negates 4 times. You just reveal 4 times, summon Priestess, and then GG, Lad. Pretty much it's that. High Priestess has ways. It's another way of being able to deal with some of the problems that Prophecies have. The only real threat that I see Prophecies have is Eradicator Epidemic. That's the only threat that I personally see, because everything else is a threat as well, and it is reasonably a threat if you don't have an out to it. But I think Priestess can provide an out for most of the cards that fuck up Prophecy, which is going to lead into my next topic. About High Priestess and cards getting hit and the ban list and the future of Prophecy. High Priestess is going to get reprinted. I don't think she's going to get hit. Reason why is because she's supposed to be meant to be the reward of you having so many spell cards in your deck. You have 26 spell cards. You're going to obviously draw 3 Spellbook spell cards. So that means you're going to be able to summon High Priestess easily. The only issue is drawing into High Priestess, which isn't hard because you have a card like Spellbook of Judgment and Justice in order to bring her out. Now, the whole hate on Prophecy is because of Judgment Day. And I won't lie, I hate Prophecy, and I like it too. You guys already know why I love Prophecy. The art is amazing, the The art is amazing. I started out with them since Return of the Duelist. I've loved them. I've loved them because they exist. They are spellcasters, a new way of spellcasters. Their theme is searching out the deck like it is you're searching out a spell book or a book. You're reading your book and casting your spells. I've already explained this in another video. But yeah, the reason why I hate spellbooks now a little bit, and why other people hate spellbooks, is because Spellbook of Judgment is a card, which I think Spellbook of Judgment is going to get hit. Why? Because by the time turn 4 comes around, turn 3 or 4, it's game. Because you're going to have High Priestess and Jogen on the field and Kaiku on the field. Once those are on the field, your opponent can't do shit. Because you have a 25 beater that can pop anything. You have a monster that prevents special summons. You have a face down spell card called Spellbook of Fate, which I think also is going to get hit. That's going to banish anything and it doesn't even fucking target. You're going to have a really good field, and that broken field is pretty much going to say, fuck you, I don't care what you're playing, this is game, whether you like it or not. And unless you have a comeback factor, like a card that can fuck up Jogen and get past Fate, and a way to fuck up everything, which is gonna be difficult, because if a Prophecy player has Fate, that other back row is probably going to be either a Threatening Roar or a Wisdom. And it's most likely going to be Wisdom, because they're going to protect Jogen like a motherfucker. So, yeah. That's why Dragon Rulers have been using Blaster, because Blaster can pop problems. That's the issue. That's why they have the 50-50 advantage, because it really depends on who gets what out first. That's why. It depends if Dragon Rulers get EEV out first, or it depends if Priestess gets out Prophecy / Spellbooks. It depends if they get out the Judgment Day play into Jogen and Kaiku, etc. Now, Judgment Day is going to get hit. I think it's going to get hit to 1, only because at 1, you have to change the game plan of the deck. Literally, when you have it at 3, you're expected to draw into it. You run 3. And if not, you're running cards that are going to get it. And you're going to be able to do it again and again. With 1, you're going to have to recycle it, which means you're going to have to either Fate and then use Eternity to get it back, which means you had to waste 2 cards to do it, and banish a couple extra cards you didn't want to banish, or you're going to have to use Tower and make sure that's on the field to recycle Judgment back into the deck. But if they ban Judgment, then they're going to put the deck back to where it was in Cosmo Blazer. And I think that where it was in Cosmo Blazer was pretty tolerable. When it was at Cosmo Blazer, it was still decent enough. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It was an okay deck, and I liked it that way. Because at least with Masters in the deck, I could copy my normal Spellbook cards and make use of them. Star Hall became much more useful because Masters was a card. You got 3 counters on Star Hall, and you made everybody plus 300 attack, and even more if you wanted to, because Masters is a fucking great card. And I don't think they're going to hit Masters. I think they're going to hit Judgment and probably ban it, because it's such a busted card. And I think that's why people hate Spellbooks so much. It's not because of Priestess, it's not because of Secrets, it's because of Judgment. Now, other cards that I think they're going to probably hit is Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Reason why I say Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, alright, let's break it down here. Don't fucking tell me that it's a bad card not to hit, because I'm going to explain it right now. If you have Spellbook Magician of Prophecy in your hand, you summon that. You get to search for Secrets. You get to search Secrets into Masters. You have a face-up Spellcaster. What's your face-up Spellcaster? Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Now, here's the thing. No other Spellcaster can search for a Spellbook spell card in your deck other than Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. All other spellcasters need to use Spellbook of Power to search for a Spellbook spell card. And I'm saying monsters. I'm not saying spell cards. I'm saying spellcaster monsters. The only card that does it, which makes it one of a kind other than Reaper, because Reaper is irrelevant at this point in the game, if you're talking about competitiveness. If you're talking about competitiveness, Reaper is irrelevant. Though you can play Reaper if you want to. It does search out if you have 5 or more Spellbook spell cards. But the point I'm making is that Spellbook Magician of Prophecy will be able to instantly search for a Spellbook like this. You don't need 4 Spellbook cards in the graveyard to use him. You don't need all this other bullshit. You don't need power to search for a Spellbook spell card, because Magician does that job when he is summoned. Now, what if you don't have Magician in your hand? What if he's in your deck? Then what are you gonna do? Spellbook of Secrets. Add 1 Spellbook card from your deck to your hand. There's a reason why it's Spellbook. The Spellbook Magician of Prophecy has the word Spellbook in his name. It's a Spellbook card, which means you can search for it via Spellbook of Secrets. Once you summon Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, he is the face-up spellcaster you can use for literally the rest of your deck, which means after you use Secrets and you have Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, even if they Veiler you, you still have cards in hand that you can use because he's a face-up spellcaster. But if not, we're assuming they don't have Veiler or the Droll and Lockbird or any of that other bullshit. If you summon Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, you will have Spellbook of Fate live. You will have Spellbook of Power live. You will have Spellbook of Judgment live. Not as a spellcaster monster, but because he searches out. You will have Spellbook of the Master live. You will have Spellbook of Wisdom live. You will have the Grand Spellbook Tower live. 5 of those 6 cards I listed, they are going to be live. Why? Because Fate requires a spellcaster to resolve. Power requires a spellcaster to resolve. Master requires a spellcaster to resolve. Wisdom requires a spellcaster to resolve. And the Grand Spellbook Tower requires a spellcaster on the field or engraved to resolve. They will all have this. If you control a spellcaster type monster, target 1 spellcaster type monster. If you control a spellcaster type monster, target 1 face-up spellcaster type monster. Or if you, during your standby phase, if you have a spellcaster type monster on your side of the field or in your graveyard. Do you see the point now? When you play Secrets is your opener. Every first turn a Prophecy player does is always going to include at least 1 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy on the field. Because of that, you are able to search and get off any of the 5 cards that I mentioned, which is Fate, Power, Master, Wisdom, or Tower. You can also get off Judgment if you already have Masters in hand. The point I'm making is that Magician is also a busted card for the fact that he is searchable via Secrets. He is also able to be used for the cost of Spellbook of the Master because you can reveal him from your hand. The point I'm making is that Magician is a busted card as well because he's such an easy way to search your deck for any Spellbook card you need, and an easy spellcaster, because fuck whoever thought of Medolce Magellan in the deck, because you have a card that already does that for you, and it is called Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Now, that's why I think he should get hit. That's why I think Spellbook Magician of Prophecy should get hit on the ban list. Not banned, but put to 1, because then it will slow down the deck. Whoever's saying ban or hit Spellbook of Secrets is a fucking idiot and wants to get the deck hit completely, killing it completely. Spellcasters, I believe, should deserve a right to at least be played in some state or form. And I agree that the deck is broken, but it shouldn't be willy-nilly broken to the point where you kill off shit like Spellbook of Secrets, which make the deck run the way it's supposed to be, which is the theme of the deck. And that's the marketing point I feel that Konami has, is that the marketing point of this is to make it feel that way, to make it feel like you're searching your deck as if you're a spellcaster or any other bullshit. That's what I think. But yeah, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy should get hit. Judgment should definitely get hit, or if not banned. And Fate is one other card that should get hit. I don't have to explain Fate. We all know that Fate does not target, and it banishes. Yeah, Fate banishes if you banish 3 spellbooks. Fate can change the position of any monster on the field, which means you can use it on Magician and flip him back face up like it's a Book of Moon. You can even use it to just return a spell or trap card from the field to the hand, and it doesn't even target. It doesn't even target. So I think Fate could probably get put to 1. Fate doesn't deserve to be banned, but if it's put to 1, it severely lowers the offensive capabilities of the deck because they have to constantly search for their cards from the graveyard or banish pile after they already used Fate. So if Fate is in the graveyard, they could just recycle it back using Tower, or if they find some way to banish it via Priestess, they can just get it back from their banish pile as well. It lowers the capability of them being able to use Fate because then they have to waste resources to search for the card. It's the same thing I said for Judgment. Judgment and Fate, they need to waste resources to search for those cards if they are at 1. I've been through this, trust me. In real life, it is very difficult to play with 1 copy of a Spellbook card. That's why people play more than 1 copy. Except for Life and Eternity and Power. Because those 3 cards you don't need when you have Spellbook of Master. Anyway, I think I made my point. The 3 cards that should get hit is Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, Spellbook of Judgment, and Fate. If they want to do anything to this deck, they should do that. That's going to make the deck fair. Not dirt cheap and completely unplayable. Fair. It will make the deck fair. It won't make the deck broken either. It will make it fair. And that's what I want to see for this deck. The fact that it's going to be made fair. And I think they're going to reprint High Priestess. That's the only other thing. Only other thing I see is that they're going to reprint High Priestess. Because to ban her when she's supposed to reward you for having Spellbook cards in the hand. And if what I say is true with the 3 cards that they hit, I think it's going to be even more difficult to get Spellbook cards in hand when you're not going to be able to run that many. You're going to be running probably more than 1 copy of Eternity and Power if Judgment gets hit. That's why. So I think they may reprint Priestess because they did the same thing like they did with Abyss Megalo in Battle Pack 2. That's my opinion. Though they can hit Priestess, I think they might. But there's less interest of her now because people are running her at 1 and 2. But that's my opinion. I think they're going to either reprint or hit Priestess to semi-limited or limited. I think they're going to limit or ban Judgment Day. I think they're going to limit or ban Fate. And I think they're going to limit Magician. Not ban him, limit him. I think that will make the deck a bit fair because then at that point, you don't have an offensive card that does not target. You don't have a card that's searchable that can search another card and is a face-up spellcaster that can pretty much access 5 spell cards that require a spellcaster monster. You don't have a spell card that pluses you so much in your hand every turn and creates turn 4 game. And you don't have a card that just rewards you for having, spell cards in your hand. That's my opinion. So, I don't know. Konami is a corporation though. They do what they want. They don't give a shit what anybody says because they're making money regardless. So, that's my suggestion. That's what I think they should hit. But if they don't, and they actually go for fucking stupid ass cards like say Spellbook of Life or some stupid shit like that, then I can't say shit. But I think you guys should really pay attention to the World Championships, and I think you guys should really pay attention to how the deck is going to be played and the future of it, because Blue Eyes Maiden, the whole Blue Eyes structure deck is going to come out in September, and when that comes out, it's going to be a big change as well, because I'm telling you right now, they're going to hit Prophecy in some way, shape, or form, and the way I see it, they're going to hit it in that way. I think, again, I'm going to just restate it again, they're going to hit Judgment Day and put it at 1 or ban. They're going to probably ban Fate or put it at 1, or they're probably going to hit Magician and put him at 1, not ban him. And they're probably going to reprint High Priestess or make her limited or semi-limited. That's what I believe. Anyway, this video has gone long enough. It's almost 25 minutes. I'm done talking. I need to eat something because I am hungry as fuck. Click subscribe, like this video, comment on this video. Please. I'd be happy if you did. I want to hear your comments about the ban list. I want to make sure that I get everybody's opinion, because some people may be like, oh, I think they should hit this other card too. And I'll be like, all right, that's cool too. So, you know, don't be afraid to comment. And I'm going to be playing Gishkis. I'm going to be playing Gishkis on the side because I need to learn that deck, because I really like the artwork of that deck and how they run and what they do, because it feels like I'm also searching with them as well. So, if anything, talk to you guys later. Monarch out.